You can feel everybody getting into the football mood, can't you? I was at an Albany barber shop on Wednesdays. We do the show live on a Thursday on Onorato and Miller. And the owner of the barber shop is celebrating 30 years. It's called True Images, corner of Henry Johnson and Washington. And he's a diehard Cowboys fan. And it just like started. You can feel it. The weather is turning slightly this weekend with some cooler overnights.
I was going to say, it's been hot this week.
Just kind of feel football in the air.
I enjoy warm days, cool nights.
Yeah, same.
When the windows can be open. We haven't had the windows open in this house in forever. So I will look forward to that, but I still want the warm days.
Yeah. And that's my thing. Is I've always said, I'm like, I don't care if they play football and it's 95 degrees out.
I just want to sleep with the windows open.
Yeah. Anyway,
yes,
NFL
football.
Training camps are open. Preseason games start again tonight, live on a Thursday. Packers-Steelers.
Well, we already had the Hall of Fame game.
That never counts. And then we get games this weekend. We'll get into that a little bit. Bills starters are going to play. We'll talk about that kind of strategy from new head coach Joe Brady. Vikings have named starting quarterback. No surprise there. You knew that was going to happen as soon as they got Kyler Murray. We're going to talk some NBA marquee games. We've got that schedule out now with opening night and Christmas Day. Of course, LeBron, heavily a factor on both of those days. We'll talk with WNBA reporter Robin Lundberg. He covers the Indiana Fever. If the name sounds familiar, it's because he was on ESPN Radio in New York for quite a long time. And now he has a new book coming out about Caitlin Clark called From the Logo. Country music singer Niko Moon on the show as well. We're a week out from his concert at Joe Bruno Stadium with Russell Dickerson. We're everywhere this week on O&M.
This is Onorato and Miller, sponsored by Alpenhaus.
All right, let's go. Alpenhaus, Marcella's Novice Performance Industrial with us every single week here on Onorato and Miller. Giants host the Vikings. You can watch that game, all three preseason Giants games, as a matter of fact, on News Channel 13, Saturday 1 o'clock kick. Bills will host the Panthers, Saturday 1 o'clock kick. And the Jets and the Bucks Friday night. Again, Packers-Steelers Thursday night. The Bills here are kind of the story of Thursday because head coach Joe Brady said all healthy starters are going to start. Didn't say how much they would play.
No, one drive.
You can assume one series.
Yeah, one series.
Exactly. And that includes Josh Allen, the quarterback. Now, how much of this has to do with, because it's not a new offense. Joe Brady was the OC last year. He's now the head coach. It's the same offense. How much of this has to do with getting guys in rhythm, ready to play when the games really matter? And how much of it has to do with they had the scrimmage, first real game at the brand new stadium. You've got season ticket holders who are going to preseason games. They want to see their guys out there. And so Joe Brady says, we're going to run them out there for one series and see what happens. And just let the home crowd at the new stadium get juiced about it, right?
Yeah, you can't have some nobody, whether it's I don't know who their backup is, Mitch Trubisky or whoever, taking the first official preseason snap on your brand new field. It's got to be Josh Allen. It's got to be the guys everyone knows. Give them something to cheer about for one series, because then there won't be a lot of anything exciting. Even if there is scoring, it's still not exciting because it's not the usual suspects.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's all about the optics of it, right? It's because it's a new stadium. If it's the old Highmark, and we're only talking about 3 preseason games now in the NFL. Like, does Allen really have to play? No. There will be plenty of starting quarterbacks who will be healthy for week 1, but do not play a single snap in the preseason. That's really kind of the way it goes and has gone. We'll get to the stadium Highmark in a moment here, because everybody's losing their minds on social media after that scrimmage. The Giants are healthy.
Mhm.
Malik Neighbors has been out there every single day. Cam Scattaboo is back. Jackson Dart is there. They've got high hopes from a draft class that included 2 first-round picks. That feels like a brutal division, though. Early on, when they hired Harbaugh and they had the draft picks and everybody's come back healthy, I'd kind of talked myself into the idea that the Giants could really compete for a playoff spot.
And they can.
And they can, for sure. But Dallas and Philly are going to be really tough, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, Dallas for sure is going to be really tough.
Washington won't be
Philly's gonna
bad.
tough. Washington won't be bad, but the Tunsil injury at left
Yeah.
tackle definitely makes an impact there. Yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah, I guess if the Giants finished 4th, I won't be shocked. And I won't be shocked if they finish 2nd.
Right. We were at On the Hill the other day. Shout out On the Hill.
Talk to us.
It's
Where is
our
it?
Tuesday morning breakfast spot, Waterville Eat. One of the best diners going.
Your
Little
mom,
hole in the
your
wall.
grandfather,
Me, my mom,
96 years old.
my grandpa, and my dad
And
this
your-
time.
and your dad,
My
maybe,
dad
too.
occasionally
Nice.
now that everyone's retired. We go every Tuesday morning. Feel free to show up. So there's a guy named Jack who, as he's leaving, he generally will make a comment about the show. And he watches it.
What's up, Jack?
He says, "What do you think? 11?"
11
And I turned and looked at him and I said, "Excuse me?" And he was like, 11 wins for the Giants. And I said, "Jack, are you out of your mind?" No way. I said, "I think a positive outcome would be 9. I think a good season
So
would be
winning
9 wins,
season.
a winning season. I think they're about a 500 team, 9 wins. Yeah. If they have 11 wins, I would be floored."
We threw this stat up a couple weeks ago. We weren't here last week. Giants are middle of the road with difficulty in terms of strength of schedule here, 17th. If they split in the division, right? If all they do is split with the Commanders, split with the Eagles, split with the Cowboys, I think that's a success.
Yeah.
To go 3-3 in the division, I think would be pretty good.
Yeah.
And then maybe you can work your way into 9 or 10
Tough.
wins. There's a lot of unknown. Yes, there's also a lot of reason to be excited about what maybe Jackson Dart will become. But if he fell on his face this year, would anybody be shocked? You shouldn't be. Second year for NFL quarterbacks, like we've seen rookies, CJ Stroud, Jaden Daniels. Now, I know that there are injuries that come into play here too, but like the league figures these guys out
You
for
get
a
more
year,
tape.
and then you've got to grow on your own.
Yep.
So if it's a real struggle this year, nobody should be surprised. I don't know. They'll be fun. They'll be fun to watch.
They will be fun. They have personality for the first time. Like you go from Daniel Jones to Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
The difference in personality, Cam Scattaboo has a huge personality. Malik Neighbors has a big personality. You've got a lot of guys who have like a lot of shine and have fun playing the game, it seems like. Daniel Jones might have fun playing the game. You'd never know it because he's like Eli Manning. Not too high, not too low. So I think this is the kind of team that could be outwardly frustrated if things don't go well, but I think they could be a lot of fun and positively emoting if things go well.
Wow, emoting. I love Harbaugh.
Me too.
I love him.
Me too.
All right.
This is so good.
Brand new stadium. $3 billion. What was the number on this stadium?
I forget. Three or four.
Yeah, multiple billions of dollars here in Buffalo. And it looks beautiful. And I love that they kept it open air and yet created that kind of soccer stadium effect where you've got a lot of the seats covered. So if it snows, if it rains, you may not stay completely dry, but you got a good shot at staying dry. Whereas the old stadium, it was wide open. You had no chance. Very cool. Design, awesome. Some of the features on the concourse, cool. But apparently, if you are not seated in the 100 level, so lower bowl,
In the bowl.
you could be front row and still have railings blocking you. It's the glass for me, though.
Stairs. But there's one
where there's like a speaker or something.
There's one portion that is quite literally behind like a full stanchion of something.
How does this happen?
I don't know. People get paid millions of dollars to build these stadiums. Every single seat should have. I don't want a clear view of 70 yards of the field. I want a clear view of 120 yards. Like, I want beyond. I want the end zones, and I want beyond the end zones.
Of course.
I want 130 yards of clear view. It's ridiculous. Like, there were spots at the new Yankee Stadium. Same thing happened because they had the restaurant in center field.
Yeah.
Where if you're up against that restaurant wall, you can't see the opposite outfield. That cannot happen in any stadium that is built in 2015 or beyond, 2010 or beyond. It's 2026. You can't be building any stadiums where you can't see from any seat. People pay too much money, even to sit in the 300s, to not be able to see.
The fans pay too much money for the tickets. The taxpayers pay too much money for the darn stadium.
Yeah, it's not.
For it to not be done well. These construction firms that are being paid to blueprint it and build it. And at some point, like, you've got to be in the building process and thinking, oh, wait, this may not work. Mm-hmm. And you've got to be able to change it.
Yeah, it's interesting.
At this point, though, and I've been listening to when the immediate reaction started, I thought, oh, these fans are just, but then I saw the pictures and the videos, and I thought, okay, they're right.
There's something to complain about.
And then I'm hearing more reaction in the coming days that, oh, well, they'll fix it.
What are you going to do?
How are they going to fix it?
What are you going to do?
They're just going to start taking pieces of the stadium away. But some of it is like legit safeguarding.
Yeah.
People falling off the edge of things. Like, I don't know how you.
They do it at other stadiums. You have people high up without maybe glass. They feel like is the best way because otherwise you've got to. There's a railing no matter what somewhere. Anyway. So it's not the railing to me is not the end of the world. You have to learn to live with it in some way. If you're in the first couple of rows, there will always be a railing. You have to keep people from falling.
Yes. The problem is it doesn't look like this. So the seats have to be right up against the railing or the clear half wall, whatever you want to call it. This looks like the seats are back a little bit. And so now, you're creating too much depth where I am going to be blocked by it because I can't just lean over
and you need to
look.
And the seats need to like stagger, but elevate enough that you can see over people. Yeah.
I am not an engineer.
Nope.
Not smart enough to try to figure this out on my own. But I know what they've done based on the video I've seen. Now, I'd like to be there in person to see it. But based on the video I've seen on social media, I'm smart enough to know this was not done well in some parts.
Yeah. And listen, I've never been in on a meeting like that, like the meetings that lead up to that. Okay. But to be fair, I've been in on capital project meetings at a public school district locally where we're building things. The number of times someone would say like, ooh, we should test that. Ooh, we should do a viewpoint from that. Ooh, and they think of all the things that us normal folks don't think of because that's what they're paid to do and they're really good at it. Someone had to be drawing this and think, oh, we're going to put seats right along this big wall.
Yeah,
you can't possibly see the field. Yeah. Yes, you know.
Okay.
You've got to know. Okay. And if you don't know, then they're paying you too much money to do a really important job that you probably shouldn't have gotten.
The Bills have said they are taking internal and external feedback into consideration
because they've gotten a ton of.
But again, I don't know what you're going to. Now, I think if you're a season ticket holder, you buy the tickets, and there is no disclaimer of obstructed view.
I'm giving them right back.
Can you get your money back? I don't know.
My guess is you can.
Vikings won't get their money or draft pick back on JJ McCarthy, but we're 2 years into this thing, and it feels like Minnesota's ready to move on.
Nah. You've got a guy who isn't always healthy.
Yes.
Two guys who aren't always healthy.
Yes.
He's as good a backup as you're going to have in Minnesota. So you let Kyler Murray do his thing, and you keep JJ McCarthy where he is, because if Kyler Murray goes down, you've got a guy who seemingly wants to be there, loves Minnesota,
very much so,
and is capable of coming in and doing a good job.
But
will he be there forever? I don't know.
Third on the depth chart is Carson Wentz, and there is talk out of Minnesota that McCarthy could get moved here. Murray is absolutely the right decision. To your point, Ash, yes. Do you feel good about him making it through an entire season? No. But when he has been healthy, he's made big plays down the field. Of course, if the wheels are working, that is an element that, I know McCarthy ran it a little bit at Michigan, but Murray is a dynamic guy where the defense is always kind of on edge because it could be 3rd and 8. And guess what? If this guy gets out of the pocket, he could be running for a first down to extend the drive, that type of player. And when they got Kyler Murray, I thought immediately he will start for them next year. And that makes me, as a fan of another team in the division, a little worried.
Yeah, he can't not start.
Like Green Bay opens with Minnesota. They could lose that game. Murray is that type of guy. I don't want him as my quarterback.
Yep.
Because I don't think you're going to win a ton of games with him, but he will win enough games that maybe
he'll win some
shouldn't.
games he shouldn't. Yep. He's electric.
Yep.
At best, he's electric.
Yep.
And at worst, he's really not good. But I will take the at best half of the games. If you get your best Kyler Murray half the games, you're going to win a lot of games. And you're going to win some that you probably shouldn't win.
And if you're pairing him with Kevin O'Connell.
Oh, and by the way, Justin Jefferson. Like, throw the ball up, the guy will go catch it. I could throw the ball up and Justin Jefferson will go catch it. Now you've got eyeballs on Murray running and potentially freeing up space for receivers.
Yeah.
Look out.
I know. I'm already worried about
the
season opener. Melissa's checking in. Hi, Melissa. Good to have you with us. All right, let's take a break here on Onorato and Miller. We'll come back. Let's talk about something interesting that's happening between Jaden Daniels and his former school, LSU, all about a number. Okay. I mean, I don't get it, but again, I didn't play. So maybe I'm not supposed to get it. We'll be right back here on O&M.
Summer feels better on a Yamaha. The 2026 Yamaha boat lineup is here at Alpen House Boats. Built for relaxing, cruising, water sports, and making the most of every day on the water. With sleek design, confident handling, and smart features throughout, Yamaha delivers performance you can feel and comfort everyone can enjoy. See the 2026 lineup today and discover why nothing feels like a Yamaha. Alpen House, the Northeast premier outdoor destination.
At Marcella's Appliance Center, our commitment is to you, providing essential appliances that families depend on for cooking, refrigeration, cleaning, and sanitation, plus appliance repair. You can have peace of mind that Marcella's is here for you today and every day, like we have been since 1957, helping you make the right choice with trusted brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and many more. Shop Marcella's Appliance Center in-store, online, or by phone. We're here for you.
And now, back to Onorato and Miller. Sponsored by Alpen House.
All right, Ash. NIL from an NFL player. It just doesn't leave them, I guess. And a lot of guys feel great attachment to their jersey numbers.
Sure.
This one, though, is next level. All right. What am I doing here? Here we go. Hang on.
And now, dirty, difficult, and done. Sponsored by Performance Industrial.
Performance Industrial's dirty, difficult, done. Bill Miller, his great squad, never a job they can't handle. Industrial cleaning of kitchens, epoxy floors. They do it all. And the Men Wear Pink traveling golf league has started for Bill and his crew.
Late in the summer. Late start?
Yeah, it's probably a few weeks old at this point. But they go into September, ending at Saratoga National usually. So pretty good deal. All right, here's the deal. It's getting dirty between Jaden Daniels and LSU over his number 5 and NIL. So LSU has a sophomore on its roster, a cornerback, who's a very good player, who says that he has worn number 5 his entire life. Now, that's not true because he didn't wear it freshman year.
Right, that's not true.
But he says it's the number he was promised.
He identifies with.
By LSU. Now, LSU has a different coach than the person who recruited Jaden Daniels. So,
or DJ Pickett.
Oh, sorry, DJ Pickett. Sorry. So whoever promised it to him is likely not there anymore. But he has started to wear number 5. Okay, so you've got this sophomore cornerback, DJ Pickett, highly recruited. He was a freshman All-American wearing the number 3. But yes, as you said, identifies with number 5. Okay. Jaden Daniels is a 2023 Heisman Trophy winner with LSU, quarterback, doesn't want anybody wearing his number 5. Now, a little perspective on this. LSU's other Heisman Trophy winning quarterback, Joe Burrow, wore number 9. No one has worn it at LSU since. So it's not outrageous for Jaden to feel like the same should be true for his number. Burrow also won a national championship. Okay. So lawyers are involved now.
This is stupid.
There are like threats being made from Daniel's team to LSU. If you don't pull 5 from Pickett, we're not going to support the university and the program. And as of now, you are not allowed to use my name, image, and likeness to promote the program.
So he's got him between a rock and a hard place.
One side is LSU. It's a number. If the kid's going to transfer because you're not going to let him wear number 5, the kid transfers because you're not going to let him wear number 5.
Yeah.
The other side is Jaden Daniels. It's a number.
Yeah. Here's the deal.
I
feel
Michael Irvin is a Pro Football Hall of Famer. He's one of the great wide receivers of all time.
CeeDee Lamb wears his number.
88 is not retired with the Cowboys.
And that is
I don't know why that's the one that came to mind.
That is my biggest problem. If you don't want your number worn, then LSU needs to retire your number. It's not like a handshake. Yeah, you did a great job. You want to listen. Unless they retire your number, this is not how it works. And even when they retire your number, some people can pay or get permission to wear. Your number's not retired. I don't care if they give Joe Burrow's number away. It is college football. It's not the New York Yankees where there are only
where they just retire
however many, and that's it. But there are enough numbers to go around because the baseball roster is much smaller.
Yeah.
You have 100 people on a team. You wear the same numbers on offense and defense.
Yeah.
You can't just go retiring numbers willy-nilly. And I get it, it's not willy-nilly. You can't go retiring numbers in football like you can in other sports. There aren't enough to go around.
Do you think if LSU came to Jaden or if Pickett came to Jaden and said, hey, man, I love the number 5. I've worn it every year of my life other than freshman year. What if Lane Kiffin called Jaden Daniels and said, Jaden,
Lane doesn't care.
We want to
Jaden
give number 5 to this kid Pickett. We need your blessing. Do you think that
do you think that hasn't happened by now? It's too late in the game.
That's what I mean. Is if you preemptive, if you did what you
were more proactive,
is the thing they should have done.
Maybe if you were more proactive, maybe. But guess what? It's not. You never had your name on the jersey. You don't wear names on jerseys in college as much anymore. Maybe sometimes. Actually, I guess they do at LSU.
Everywhere now. Even Notre Dame has them.
Okay.
I think Penn State might be the lone. Penn State doesn't wear them. But they're the only team
But here's the deal. Like
USC.
Who wore number 3 for Syracuse? Basketball.
Oh, Jerry McNamara.
Right.
Okay.
unless they retire it, guess what? Someone else is going to wear number 3 at some point. Unless your jersey gets retired, it's going to be worn again, particularly for a football team.
Has somebody worn 3 at Syracuse after GMAC? I can't picture one. Was Preston Shumpert before or after?
Before.
Okay, he wore
Long
3.
Before.
I can't think of a 3. Mookie Jones, did he wear 3?
No.
Oh.
11. No, Paul Harris was 11.
I think
Mookie might have been
3.
1.
We're going to look up in the break. I think Chris is right on this one with the Syracuse number.
Okay.
And Mookie came after GMAC, correct?
I believe he did.
Yeah, I think he was 3. This is going to be interesting. Anyway, the point is, if it isn't retired, it's fair game. So it definitely wasn't 21.
Oh, that picture says he's 21. That might be a 3.
It also just looks very small. Yeah. It looks very small from a Heisman Trophy winner, a Rookie of the Year.
Like, go be bigger and better.
Yeah. Like,
stop worrying about.
Wish the kid good luck. Hey, I hope you do as much great wearing the number 5 jersey as I did.
Stop worrying about it.
GEAUX Tigers. Like, that should be the tweet. I just formulated the tweet for you, Jaden. Go use it. Yeah, it's on the house.
It's dumb. It's so beneath him. Stop worrying. It's not your name, image, and likeness anymore. You play for the Washington Commanders. Blah blah blah.
The problem is nobody can fit. Nobody else can fit into Joe's grease stained t-shirt, so it can't be worn ever again, Joey C. That's why it's retired and hanging up in the rafters
of Pizza Supreme.
Broadalbin,
Perth, New York. Shout out,
Joey. Great to hear from you, buddy. Always. All right, go ahead. You have a final thought?
No, it's just dumb.
Go ahead. Have a final thought on the
I don't have
topic.
any final thoughts. It's just dumb.
Okay.
It's frustrating.
Don't know if we used these a couple of weeks ago. Where does LSU and anybody else rank here? Let me get the words out of my mouth.
Here we go.
I like Oregon to win the national title this year.
You ever put some money on that?
I did. But that feels like where you keep picking, waiting for Team X to finally ascend and deliver on a championship, right? Like
that feels like a little bit of a dark horse pick, though. Like, I don't know many people who are going to pick Oregon.
It feels like picking the Chargers is what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
it feels like picking where everybody's like, oh, definitely the Chargers this year.
Well,
and it never happens.
I don't know. Nobody ever thinks the Chargers are going to the Super Bowl, but there will be more people who pick Texas and Indiana to win because of Arch and what Indiana just did.
Yeah.
Oregon will be a little bit more of a sleeper and a dark horse than those teams.
Yeah.
And even Miami, because they're just coming off a national championship game appearance. So
Miami.
I still think that's a more interesting and rare pick than I don't think it's a bad one.
A lot of people like Notre Dame. It's an easy.
You can't ever like Notre Dame that much.
Regular season schedule. So the assumption is, well, they'll be in the playoff. We know that. So let's pick them to win the title, but
you can't play an easy regular season schedule and then go play world beaters again in the playoff and expect to do well.
Yeah, agreed. All right, we'll take a break here on Onorato and Miller. Robin Lundberg covers the WNBA. He's got a new book coming out called Caitlin Clark from the Logo, and he covers the Indiana Fever, so he is inside the ropes with that organization. Our conversation with Robin next.
Bella's Appliance Center, our commitment is to you, providing essential appliances that families depend on for cooking, refrigeration, cleaning, and sanitation, plus appliance repair. You can have peace of mind that Marcella's is here for you today and every day, like we have been since 1957, helping you make the right choice with trusted brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and many more. Shop Marcella's Appliance Center in-store, online, or by phone. We're here for you.
Grab the family and get on the water in style with a Barletta pontoon featuring the power of a Mercury outboard motor. You'll be slicing through the waves with a smoother, quieter ride, leaving you to relax and soak up the sun. Whether you're cruising with a family or tubing and skiing, Barletta and Mercury will give you the best ride on the lake. With their unmatched reliability and refined performance, Barletta and Mercury won't let anything hold you back from having a summer you'll never forget. So don't wait. Stop by Alpenhaus Boats and start your next adventure today. Check out our great selection on Route 30 in Amsterdam and online at alpenhausboats.com.
And now, back to Onorato and Miller. Sponsored by Alpenhaus.
Back on Onorato and Miller, and now joined by Robin Lundberg. You certainly remember him from his New York radio days for sure, covering the WNBA, the Indiana Fever, on the inside ropes of that organization. And a new book out, Caitlin Clark from The Logo. Robin, great to have you with us, man. Thanks for doing the show.
Thanks for having me.
When was Caitlin Clark a star? Was she a star before most of America realized, or was it the kind of overall awareness that made her the star?
No, she was a star. She was absolutely a star. And you see this when you go through the college days and the Big Ten ratings, were setting records. And then, it continued to snowball. And I remember when I was doing short form video for Sports Illustrated, and my boss at the time was like, "You have to do a video on this girl from Iowa, like you're like," and I basically, the premise was you need to know who Caitlin Clark is, and that exploded, right? And then the Angel Reese moment happened, which put it into the cultural zeitgeist to a different level. But the way I always say about it, before she went into the WNBA, the Iowa-South Carolina game, Caitlin's senior year, 19 million viewers. That outrated the men by 4 million in I never in a million years would have thought the women, no, disrespect or anything like that. Yep. But I just never would have thought the women's March Madness final would crush the men's in the ratings department.
Yeah, incredible. Obviously, you're on the inside with the Fever, Robin, and with what you do on the day-to-day. So maybe access isn't an issue. And obviously, the subject matter of Caitlin Clark, okay, yeah, sure, makes sense. Write a book about it. But as you really went through the process, what did you learn about the player and the person that maybe we don't know for as much as she gets coverage?
It's funny because Caitlin is very, she's always on point and on focus in what she's talking about in basketball. And most of the stories that she shared are the similar beats. Her dad ripping up the grass so that she could have asphalt in the driveway. It's a running joke with her fans, right? And so to me, my mission statement wasn't to make a biography about Caitlin. It was more to reframe the conversation around Caitlin because it's gotten so out of hand and so out of whack. I took it back to the basics. At least that was my goal, and be like, no, this is why it happened. It's not that deep. It's pretty damn simple. People saw her shoot from deep and they were like, oh, I want to see more of this. And that's what happened. And then all the other dynamics came along with it on the WNBA side. But sadly, I don't have a great thing to report back to you. There's not really this like eureka. Oh my goodness. I didn't know that aspect to Caitlin. Her story is pretty straightforward.
Yeah. I should have asked the question in a better way, which I guess is the other side of it, right? Like, what are maybe we becoming aware of in terms of her story without maybe her revealing more? Your point. It's the creation of Caitlin Clark in our minds, right?
Yeah, and I think the lesson to be learned from some of this is the distinction between like social media and real life, and the comment section and real life, and how the media itself can be hijacked by that. Because if you were just like, you might be a random person who's tuning into Fox News or CNN and sees it and like, who's this controversial Caitlin Clark figure, when there's not anything whatsoever controversial about her based on anything she's ever said or done. So I think there is a bit of a big picture sort of case study into where we are as a society, and sometimes the influence that, some of that aspect of society, social media specifically, can have that is contrary to reality. Because the real story, they always say blocking out the noise. You know what the real noise is? All the people that are in the arenas now. That's the real noise.
Okay, you can pre-order the book. It comes out September 15th, but you can pre-order it now on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Target, Walmart. Robin Lundberg is the author of Caitlin Clark from The Logo. It would be so ridiculous for me to say, do people like Caitlin Clark? Of course they do. She is the reason the WNBA has changed in so many ways in just a few years here, Robin. And sometimes the negativity gets more attention, or
sounds louder than the positivity around Caitlin Clark. How is she viewed in the league by other players?
Well, see, that's the problem, is there definitely is a level of resentment, and I'm not going to paint other players as a whole like monolith, right? Like, each player is their own individual, but there's certainly, it would be ignorant to say that there hasn't been some pushback, based on her popularity. Obviously, some players don't want to answer questions about her. There is something to that, which feeds into the other aspect. But then you go outside of the ecosystem of the WNBA and you talk about negativity. I mean, she's actually like universally beloved, extraordinarily popular, perhaps the most popular athlete I've ever seen in my life. So like it's which is part of the reason covering it on a day-to-day basis makes it so fascinating, because there's so many layers to the story, and the welcome. There is a line in the intro. You would expect it to be more red carpet than red wedding, but somehow the latter is more true about her welcome to the W.
That's a great line, man. Absolutely great line. I was talking with a friend about a week ago or so, and I was telling them I had this interview lined up with you, and then the book that was coming out and the subject matter, right? And we started to discuss what other athletes in time have really moved the needle, right? That's a phrase that gets overused and it's now misunderstood because it gets used too often. But this person is inside the ropes with golf. And they said, well, Arnold Palmer, number one, and then it was Tiger Woods. And nobody else in between or after has moved it the way those two guys. And so obviously, like, we know through ratings and merchandising and all that it was Michael Jordan in the NBA. I struggled to really come up with a football player or a baseball player. We can have fun with that exercise now if you want, if you have one at the top of your head. But then I thought, well, obviously it's also Caitlin Clark. I mean, we're talking about maybe, Robin, a handful of athletes in time that have had the influence of someone like Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, I mean, in my time, the only ones that are, even belong in the same, I think, sentence, Tiger Woods, Magic and Bird into Michael Jordan in that era. And then the closest comp I can, it's different because with Caitlin, there's this cultural thing and it's become political at times. So that's separate. But as far as just like being a cottage industry of day-to-day discussion, LeBron James is probably the closest parallel, because ever since he went to Miami, he's been talked about every single day in some way, shape, or form on some sort of TV or social, because he was like the case study for that, for the 24/7 news cycle, for the social media. So I don't know, he didn't have the same impact on the league because the league was already the league. But as far as just being a constant subject of conversation, that's the closest one.
Okay, so maybe this is interesting. Stay with me here, because baseball is such a regional sport, and the NFL is I mean, it's king. We get that. But it feels regional in its own way. So maybe Caitlin Clark is like the Yankees and the Cowboys?
Well, yeah, the Fever are now, right? Like by association with Caitlin Clark. Yeah. I mean, you're right. Baseball is so regional. And then football is just its own monster in and of itself, where the NFL is because you always hear people talk about market size. You know who doesn't care about market size? The NFL. Right. Look at Green Bay. Look at Pittsburgh. Look at Kansas City and these heritage franchises from there. But yeah, I think you're pretty much spot on, because Caitlin Clark is on the team. The Indiana Fever have become the Yankees or the Cowboys or what have you, the Lakers,
Yeah, the book is out September 15th. You can pre-order it now. Robin's creation here, Caitlin Clark, from the logo. Is it just the shooting that has enamored us? You're a basketball person. I love the sport as well. If you sit down and really watch Caitlin Clark, she does so many other things that affect the game, the way a Steph Curry would too, but it's the shooting that enamors us. Do you get the sense that she gets tired of us constantly focusing simply on the depth of her threes?
She leans into it in some of the commercials and the like, and From Anywhere is the Nike campaign. But I would argue her passing is just as exciting, if not more exciting, than her shooting. I think her shooting gets you in the door because nobody had seen that before, and she still shoots from a further average distance than any player in the NBA. forgetting the WNBA. But to me, it is the passing and the playmaking that actually gets me up out of my seat more than anything else. Like, whoa, because there are basketball geniuses, and she falls into that category. LeBron belongs in that category. Magic and Bird both are. Steve Nash, Jason Kidd, people like that just see the floor in a different way. That's something. Caitlin, I talked to her at All-Star, and she was talking about working on her game. And, it was little things like moving without the ball, relocating, that sort of stuff. So she's constantly working on it. But the things that just pop off the screen are the shooting and where she's shooting from, and the passing and the playmaking and seeing the plays before they happen.
I grew up in Northern Jersey. I vividly remember the New York Liberty and the league starting overall, and the Liberty having players like Teaspoon and Lobo. And they were so good. They're back to being really good again. But the league is in such a different place. As somebody who has, as you've mentioned here, Sports Illustrated, and you've covered the NBA to now be on the inside of the WNBA, how would you compare where this league is compared to where it was? We can go 25. You can go back further than that if you want.
Well, look, when it first launched, there was a lot of viewership when it first launched, and you remember, but in that time frame, there's also limited TV time. There's few networks and big deal. It's a novelty aspect. Where it is now compared to where it's been for the majority of its history. It is now I guess if I were to do it this way, if you're talking about leagues in the country right now,
okay,
the NFL is number one, as you just mentioned. NBA, MLB, WNBA, it's a top 4 league in the country, bigger than the NHL. I don't even think it's close. So that's where it is now.
Unbelievable, right? Not to say that you ever think you'd see the day, but it takes somebody to really move it there. Yeah. And Clark has done it. You can find all of Robin's work, the Robin Lundberg on Instagram and YouTube. Again, pre-order this book out on September 15th. Get it now. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Target, Walmart. It's everywhere. Caitlin Clark from the logo. Robin, thank you, man. Congrats on the book. Good luck with it.
Thanks for having me.
Maybe this journey you're on has a purpose much greater than yourself. A purpose that goes beyond the field, the court, the gym. A crown awaits those who never give up. It's your time to dream again, to claim victory, and rise up. So what are you waiting for? It's time to rise. Claim your crown.
Nothing better than a chance to unwind at the end of the day. And a Wellness Spa can turn your home into the perfect place to relax, catch up, and enjoy a few quiet moments. With powerful hydrotherapy jets, soothing lighting, and thoughtful design, every soak melts the day away. More relaxation, more time together, more moments to look forward to. Right now at Alpenhaus, step into your own Wellness Spa for as little as $7,995. Alpenhaus Pools and Hot Tubs, Amsterdam and Clifton Park.
And now, back to Onorato and Miller. Sponsored by Alpenhaus.
All right, back on O&M from the WNBA to the NBA here. The schedule is out. The marquee games, of course, what everybody's talking about. The defending champion, New York Knicks. So one of our videographers at work, Max, who you've gotten to know, I read a VO in the morning show about, the defending champion New York Knicks will host the new look 76ers featuring LeBron James. And he goes, did you ever think in your life you would utter a sentence like that? Just sounds like something that's completely made up.
Yep.
The Knicks won a title and LeBron's in Philadelphia. That doesn't make any sense, but that's opening night. They will hang the banner at Madison Square Garden October 20th. And then the Knicks will host LeBron James.
Love it.
And the Philadelphia 76ers.
Can you just wait until that game happens?
Can't wait.
So much will be made of whatever happens in that game.
And I heard Chalamet and Kylie broke up. Is that right? Oh, what happened there?
So they still like one another. They're just breaking up.
Knicks won a title, and Chalamet's like,
peace. That should make him want to put a ring on it.
Oh. Yeah, I guess so. So think about the celebrities that will be at that game to see the banner raised at Madison
Chalamet
Square
solo
Garden.
or with a new bow?
Ooh. Well, not a new bow, I don't think.
Well,
but
a new.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. New girl. Yeah. Whatever your flavor.
Well, sure. Yeah, I don't care what. I just don't think he's rolling with a bow.
Does a bow have to be a guy?
I believe it does, but that's something else we can look up.
Sure.
And then the Knicks will play at home, as they always do, that noon game on Christmas Day, and they'll get the Spurs. So an NBA Finals rematch.
Killer. I love it.
Pretty good stuff.
Yeah, that's great.
All right. Our guy Kevin Huerter
dumb.
and the Pistons open with the Celtics. And this I love. October 20th is what day of the week? It's not a weekend.
Let's
I do
find
know
out.
that. And it is.
You want to go?
It's a Tuesday, and they're playing a 3:00 game Eastern in Detroit against the Celtics. Do you love that or what? I love that.
With a 3:00 game.
Yes. Opening day really is opening day for the NBA. Pretty cool.
That's great.
And then LeBron will go to LA to face the Lakers and presumably his son, Bronny, on Christmas Day. That'll be his first game back in LA.
Got to pull Bronny up to the big squad so they can spend Christmas Day together.
Wouldn't that be something if he's stuck in the G League then? Former Laker, former Clipper, former Thunder,
former everything.
Okay.
Blazer, former. Yeah. Was he in Washington? He was.
He was.
Former everything.
He was in Seattle. Wasn't he a Supersonic for a hot second before he went to OKC?
Oh.
I think he was.
Oh yeah, maybe. Wasn't he drafted by OKC?
I think he was drafted by Seattle.
Oh, okay. Well, that would make more sense.
Anyway, Russ is retiring from the NBA after 18 seasons. Ash is going to fact check me. I'm glad
When did
you
the
will.
Sonics leave the league? Because he was drafted in
just Google him. It'll
2008.
Tell you. Just Google him. 9-time NBA All-Star, finishes with most career triple doubles. You see on your screen, 209 of them. He won an MVP as the first guy to average a triple double in a season since Oscar Robertson did it in 1962. So, yes.
Drafted by the Supersonics.
Okay.
Who then relocated to OKC.
What I will remember with Russ is we have a minute to go here, and then we'll get to country music singer Niko Moon. What I will always remember about Russ is I've never seen a point guard play with such physicality and reckless abandon.
Oh, that's usually not a good thing.
Well, it wasn't always a good thing with him. He wasn't a great shooter. He played out of control at times, but he was a blur.
But he could put up some
and
50-point
physical, getting to the basket. I mean, he went end to end kind of as quickly as anybody I've ever seen. He was fun to watch. I'm
Went
a little
out on
surprised
his
he's
own
retiring.
terms.
Yeah, good for him.
Didn't want to go play for Washington again or whatever other offer he had out there.
Yep.
Forget it.
I didn't always think he was like the best fit for most places where he went because of his style, but 9-time All-Star.
Good career.
Good stuff, Russ. All right. Let's take a break here on O&M. Niko Moon coming to Joe Bruno Stadium with Russell Dickerson on August 22nd. Our conversation with the country music singer right now.
Summer feels better on a Yamaha. The 2026 Yamaha boat lineup is here at Alpenhaus Boats. Built for relaxing, cruising, water sports, and making the most of every day on the water. With sleek design, confident handling, and smart features throughout, Yamaha delivers performance you can feel and comfort everyone can enjoy. See the 2026 lineup today and discover why nothing feels like a Yamaha. Alpenhaus, the Northeast's premier outdoor destination.
At Marcella's Appliance Center, our commitment is to you, providing essential appliances that families depend on. For cooking, refrigeration, cleaning, and sanitation, plus appliance repair, you can have peace of mind that Marcella's is here for you today and every day, like we have been since 1957, helping you make the right choice with trusted brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and many more. Shop Marcella's Appliance Center in-store, online, or by phone. We're here for you.
And now, back to Onorato and Miller. Sponsored by Alpenhaus.
We are always trying to catch a good time on Capital Regional Lifestyle. Our guest knows how to do exactly that. He is so well known for that song, Good Time. Niko Moon is coming to Joe Bruno Stadium on Saturday, August 22nd. And here he is on CRL. Niko, man, thank you for spending the time.
Yeah.
How are you?
This is awesome.
Hey, I'm doing great, man. Thanks so much for having me.
I saw you and Russell Dickerson, who will also be part of this concert on August 22nd, rooftop at Pier 17 in New York City with the Brooklyn Bridge behind you guys, man. That was a night. So cool. You're playing some really unique venues. It feels like live music can be done anywhere, and now you're coming to a baseball stadium. What do you think about that?
Man, I'm here for it. I'm a baseball fan, so any chance to get out there on the field and play some music, I'm gonna take it. And but seriously, I'm super excited about getting up there and hanging out, celebrating life with everybody.
Yeah, it's going to be your first time in Troy. I mean, the people that are going are so excited to see you and Russell Dickerson. It's going to be such a great time. What are you looking forward to most, especially when you perform at a place that you've never performed at before?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, for me, I'm all about the human connection of it all. You know, that's why I make music, is because it's how I best connect with people. So I'm really excited to catch the vibe from everybody up there at this show. And like I said, celebrate life.
You've got American Dreamin' out, your latest single right now. And so much, Niko, about what you do is something you've experienced in life. It's kind of telling, I know, your story through your songs. Is that difficult to do? Because maybe you feel like you're sharing something personal with people.
No, it's not easy because, it's easy because I don't have to make up any stories or anything. I'm just telling telling my life, you know what I mean? But I'm a big believer in the power of positivity and especially positive music, you know? So there's always that thread of optimism and hope in the music, you know? Life is short, man. I'm trying to have some fun with it, you know? So fun music is one of the best ways, I think, to do that.
And on the other side of that, you're just giving so many people something good to listen to, right? Maybe they're connecting with those stories as well. So what does it mean to you to know how you make other people feel through your music and through those lyrics?
Yeah, it's one of the biggest things that gives me my purpose in life, you know, my family, and then this music and the people that are impacted in a positive way through it. You know, if I can encourage somebody, you know, motivate, inspire somebody in one moment in their life, then, you know, I've done my job through my music. You know, I'm so grateful for all the encouragement I've gotten from, you know, somebody like Travis Tritt reminded me it's a great day to be alive, you know, and just wanted to pass that forward.
Yeah, well, like I said, I saw you perform with Russell Dickerson in New York City. You talked about having fun out there. I don't know that you ever stop moving. You're constantly dancing. But you and RD could probably have a competition for who's got more energy.
Man, that dude's a ball of energy. I tell you what, man. And his shows are so much, they're so much fun, and they're such a celebration that anytime we're doing a show together, it's like if you're trying to have some fun, or if you're trying not to have some fun, don't come to a RD Niko show. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Man.
Saturday, August 22nd at Joe Bruno Stadium, WNYT.com/links to get tickets to this great show. Cannot wait for it. Of course, we'll cross our fingers, hope that the weather stays as good as it's been lately for a Saturday night at the Joe for sure.
Yeah, you're going to be there.
Chris
is going to be there, so make sure if you can somehow say hello to the redhead. He's easy
look
to
for
find.
The pale redhead.
The pale redhead with the gorgeous blonde wife.
Yes.
But a lot of people, again, like I said, Niko, looking forward to it. I know I have a lot of friends that are going, so really cool. Quick, I want to ask you, I know that you've written songs for some notable bands, notable people, right? Zach Brown Band, Rascal Flatts, Morgan Wallen, the list goes on. If there's one artist you could write a song for, who would it be?
It'd probably write a song with, because this person is a songwriter too, but Chris Stapleton is
awesome.
Probably my favorite singer-songwriter.
Cool. I love that.
All right, I'll only fire a few one at you real quick here. Is there a song you've written for somebody else that you wish you kept for yourself?
That's a great question too. When I write for somebody else, I already have in mind that I'm doing that when I start to write. So, and when I write for myself, it's the same way. So there's never really a time when I'm like, oh, I should have kept that one. But there is a song called "Day That I Die" that I wrote for a wrote with Zach Brown for the Zach Brown Band, that sometimes I think to myself, I'm like, I don't know, that would have been a really, or I just feel like a lot of connection to that song. You know, it's a deep cut. It wasn't like a big single or anything, but it's one that I feel connected to.
All right, how about any singer, any music artist, you can see them once in your life, and they may be here or gone, and you can see them anywhere. So a music artist once in your life, one night only, and you picked a venue. Who would you want to see, and where would you want to see them?
I'm seeing Bob Marley at Red Rocks.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So you already have it. Yeah. I mean, that's.
Yeah, it didn't take long to answer that question.
That one was loaded up and ready to go.
Yeah, I was just thinking out loud. You know, Bob Marley is probably, you know, one of my biggest influences. Even though not musically, like I sing country music. I don't sing reggae. You know, but the mentality of his music has had a really big impact on me. You know.
Yeah.
He's helped me to remember every little thing was going to be all right, you know, a lot of times.
I love that. Well, you've been so fun to talk to, Niko. Thank you so much for playing along with us and for taking the time to talk about your upcoming show.
Yeah, go see Niko Moon at Joe Bruno Stadium, WNYT.com/links. It's Saturday, August 22nd, along with Russell Dickerson. It's going to be a great night. It's going to be more than a good time. I'll tell you that much so far. Niko, man, thank you.
Yeah, you're the best. Thank you so much.
Maybe this journey you're on has a purpose much greater than yourself. A purpose that goes beyond the field, the court, the gym. A crown awaits those who never give up. It's your time to dream again, to claim victory, and rise up. So what are you waiting for? It's time to rise. Claim your crown.
Nothing better than a chance to unwind at the end of the day. And a Wellness Spa can turn your home into the perfect place to relax, catch up, and enjoy a few quiet moments. With powerful hydrotherapy jets, soothing lighting, and thoughtful design, every soak melts the day away. More relaxation, more time together, more moments to look forward to. Right now at Alpenhaus, step into your own Wellness Spa for as little as $7,995. Alpenhaus Pools and Hot Tubs, Amsterdam and Clifton Park.
And now, back to Onorato and Miller. Sponsored by Alpenhaus.
Niko Moon, Ash.
That guy smiles more than anyone I know.
And it's a big smile.
Big smile. When we saw him at Pier 17, that's what people don't know. Shoeless. No shoes.
Yeah.
On stage, no shoes.
Yeah.
Having a good time.
Yeah.
How would you describe the hat he was wearing? Not a bucket hat, but like a big brimmed hat.
Yeah.
He is as unique as
Not
they come.
like the Nick Saban straw hat either. It's different.
No,
yeah.
A very fashionable hat. But yes, that show at the Joe, packed with energy. Those two guys just never stop moving, stop smiling, stop having a good time.
Yeah.
They never do it.
Niko's from Georgia, Braves fan.
Oh.
Said you heard in the interview, you say I'm a baseball fan, so he's looking forward to playing at a baseball stadium.
But a Braves fan.
I did say you're from Georgia. Are you Oh yeah, Braves fan. Awesome.
All right. He'll be a Valley Cats fan soon enough.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that'll be fun. We will be there, and I'm sure tickets are doing really well. But if you want to get to that show, WNYT.com/links to see Russell Dickerson and Niko Moon. Thank you for watching Onorato and Miller.